Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Serge. I hope you guys had a great weekend. So today I wanted to cover this really simple topic, coconut oil. This is a question that I get regularly from my clients is about if coconut oil is healthy, right? You may have heard, I believe it was last year, a big study came out about coconut oil, how bad it is for your body and nobody should be eating it. And the really funny thing is when you really look deep into the study and specifically who funded the study, you will find that the source of the money came from the canola oil companies. So, of course, canola oil will say that coconut oil is bad, right? They are in direct competition. So that study was just a big scam. It was set up to prove that coconut oil was bad. It was founded by the coconut oil industry. So don't really stress about it. But today, let's look at a really, really exciting study done in human beings. Okay, because at the end of the day, in science, the best thing is to really test the hypothesis in humans. And this is a randomized clinical trials on coconut oil, butter, olive oil. So what they did is they took about 90 people, women, men, and they fed them three different types of diets. A diet rich in coconut oil, a diet rich in olive oil, and a diet rich in butter. So it's really interesting what they saw. So let me scroll down and look at the conclusion here. So we can see there was no significant difference in changes in weight, BMI, central adiposity, fasting blood glucose, systolic, diastolic pressure among the three intervention group. So at the end of the day, what that means is the source of the fat didn't really change much the outcomes. So of course, when they feed butter, they show that the triglyceride went up, the cholesterol went up a little bit. So this is a known fact, actually, when you start eating butter, because butter has specific type of saturated fat, and it's really high in vitamin A. So it does increase a little bit the cholesterol, the HDL, which is a good thing. But when you look at the outcome, okay, there's no changes in cardiovascular risk, in high blood pressure, in weight, and so on. A lot of doctors claim that if you eat that much fat, you will gain weight, you have insulin issues, sugar issues, heart problems. But this study, among a lot more, actually, there's more studies showing that animal fat or fat in general, like coconut, palm oil, does not impact or change your risk of cardiovascular disease. It's a myth. And coconut oil specifically has been used for generations in Asia, in China, for example, Taiwan, Thailand. It's part of the culture, and they use it regularly. And they have one of the lowest risk or rate of heart problems over the cardiovascular issues. One of the reasons of it is coconut oil is really, really high, about 70% of medium chain triglyceride, okay, which stands for MCTs. Most people recognize MCTs because if you do the bulletproof coffee, or if you look at adding good sources to your diet, adding MCTs to your shakes, smoothies, or coffee, it's a good way to increase your fat intake. Personally, I'm not a big fan of MCTs because you find MCTs is fat extracted from coconut oil, so it is a processed food. My philosophy is I don't believe we need to consume processed food. And several people actually have hormones with MCTs. MCTs, it could be like 99% just MCTs in a product, as opposed 70% from coconut oil. So it's always better to consume the actual product, non-processed state, which in that case, coconut oil. That's what I do. I add 1 or 2 tablespoons of coconut oil to my coffee, for example. It's always better to use in the non-denatured form. MCTs may not be bad, but it is processed. And some brands, actually, you cannot get clean MCTs because they use a chemical to extract the MCTs from the coconut oil, and the chemicals is left behind in the MCTs. So I'm not a big fan of it. It's really stressful on your gallbladder, on your liver, on your GI. So if you're concerned, or if you're not sure about MCTs, just use coconut oil. So coconut oil is 70% MCTs and about 20% polysaturated fat, like omega-6, omega-3. And then the balance is about 10% of monounsaturated fat of the category of omega-9, for example, or omega-7. So coconut oil is a really, really healthy product to consume. I consume coconut cream and coconut oil every day. I've done it for 10 plus years. My last blood work was amazing. My last heart test was great. So coconut oil does not lead or cause heart issues. It's a big myth, and it may increase your HDL, which is the good cholesterol, right? Which is a good thing, because I really like to see the HDL in the 70, 80 at least. So when you get to that point, it really cut down your risk of having heart problems. Okay. So not a big concern to consume saturated fats, because coconut oil, let's face it, is really high in saturated fat, like butter and so on. So it's safe. Use it. It gives you a good taste. You can cook with it. It's one of the most stable fat to actually cook food with it. When it comes to vegetable oils, like olive oil, sunflower oil, for example, canola oil, grapeseed oil, these are not stable under high heat. So I don't recommend it. So for cooking, for high heat, or for frying, coconut oil is amazing. I use bacon grease, for example. I use tallow. So animal fats are the best sources of fat when it comes to cooking. Okay. So this study and others show that coconut oil is great. Go for it. It's really healthy, a lot of properties. It's a antiviral, anti-parasite, anti-yeast, antimicrobian. So it helps killing pathogens in the body. And we know dealing with this pandemic, we need to boost our immune system. So coconut oil is one of the foods, superfood, that you can add to your daily routine. So if you guys have any question, you can write a comment below. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and God bless you.